What if I told you that the way you've been riding your bicycle your entire life has actually been stealing inches from your height? Not exaggerating. Not clickbait. Thousands of people hop on their bikes every single day, pedal for miles, burn calories, feel great, and walk away with absolutely zero benefit to their height. Some are even making things worse without knowing it. And here's the shocking part. The fix is so simple, it takes less than 5 minutes to set up. But nobody talks about it. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to use cycling, something you may already be doing, as a genuine tool to support height growth and spinal decompression. Whether you're in your teens, your 20s, or even your 30s, this information could make a real difference in how tall you stand, how straight your posture is, and how much taller you actually appear to the world. This isn't about magic. It's about science, positioning, and doing things the right way. Here's what most people get wrong. They sit on a bike, whether it's a regular bicycle, a stationary gym cycle, or even a folded-up exercise bike in the corner of their bedroom, and they just pedal. Seat too low, back hunched over, knees crunching up toward their chest with every rotation. Sound familiar? That position doesn't just fail to help your height, it actually compresses your spine, tightens your hip flexors, and puts your body into a shortened, cramped posture. Think about it. Gravity already spends the entire day pushing down on your spine. By the time evening arrives, most adults are literally a few millimeters shorter than they were in the morning. That's not a myth, that's human biology. Our spinal discs get compressed throughout the day just from standing, sitting, and moving. Now imagine adding a bad cycling posture on top of that. You're doubling down on compression instead of fighting it. Most people who say, "Cycling didn't help me," were simply doing it wrong. And it's not their fault. No one taught them the right way. Now, here's the question I want you to hold in the back of your mind as we go through this. There's one specific cycling adjustment, just one, that biomechanics experts say makes the biggest single difference in spinal lengthening. It's not the speed, it's not the duration, and it's not even the type of bike. I'll reveal exactly what it is a little later in this video. But first, let's understand the science behind why cycling can work for height in the first place. Let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body when you cycle correctly. Your spine is made up of 33 vertebrae, and between each of those vertebrae sits a disc, a soft, cushion-like structure filled with fluid. These discs are responsible for a significant portion of your height. When you're compressed all day, those discs lose some of that fluid and get slightly flatter. When you decompress, when you give your spine room to breathe, those discs rehydrate, re-expand, and your spine literally gets a little longer. Cycling, done correctly, creates a rhythmic, low-impact environment where the spine can decompress while your legs do all the work. Now let's go step by step through how to cycle the right way. Step 1. Set your seat height correctly. This is the most overlooked setup mistake in the world of cycling. Your seat should be high enough that when your foot is at the very bottom of the pedal stroke, your leg is almost fully extended, with just a very slight bend in the knee. If your knee is bent at a sharp angle at the bottom of the stroke, your seat is too low. A low seat means your spine is being pulled downward and compressed with every single pedal push. Raise that seat. It feels a little different at first, but it changes everything. Step 2. Sit tall and engage your core. Don't collapse onto the handlebars. Don't round your lower back. Imagine someone is gently pulling a string from the top of your head toward the ceiling. That's the posture you want on the bike. Your core, your stomach and back muscles, should be lightly engaged, not rigid, but active. This posture keeps your spine in a neutral, elongated position while you pedal. Think of yourself as cycling upright, with length and confidence. Step 3. Choose the right duration and timing. For spinal decompression and height benefits, you don't need to cycle for 2 hours. In fact, shorter, more intentional sessions are better. Aim for 20 to 30 minutes, ideally in the morning when your spinal discs are freshest and most hydrated from a night of rest. Morning cycling is particularly effective because your spine is already in a slightly more decompressed state, and the right cycling posture can help maintain and enhance that length throughout the day. Step 4. Add gentle stretching right after cycling. This is the step most people completely skip, and it may be the most important recovery habit. After your cycling session, spend 5 to 7 minutes doing some simple stretches. A child's pose to decompress the lower back, a cobra pose to open up the front of the spine, and a gentle hanging stretch if you have access to a pull-up bar. These post-cycling stretches allow your spine to fully take advantage of the decompression that just happened during the ride. Think of cycling as opening a door, and stretching as actually walking through it. Step 5. Stay consistent and be patient. The body doesn't change overnight. But if you cycle with correct posture, at the right seat height, for 20 to 30 minutes, followed by gentle stretching, and you do this 5 days a week, within 4 to 6 weeks, most people begin to notice a difference. Better posture, feeling taller, standing straighter, looking more confident. And in younger individuals whose growth plates are still active, this kind of consistent, low-impact spinal decompression may genuinely support natural height development. You know, I think about all the people who gave up on growing taller, teenagers who were told it was too late, adults who just accepted a slouch as how they are, parents who never knew they could pass on better habits to their children. Height isn't just about how tall a number says you are. It's about how you carry yourself. It's about whether you walk into a room feeling confident or feeling like you want to disappear. Something as simple as how you sit on a bike, that small, overlooked thing, can be the beginning of standing a little taller in every part of your life. Now, remember that one adjustment I mentioned earlier? The single biggest difference maker that biomechanics experts point to? It's the seat height. Not your speed. Not the type of bike. Not even how long you ride. It is simply raising your seat to allow your leg to nearly fully extend at the bottom of each pedal stroke. That one change shifts your entire cycling posture, removes spinal compression, and turns an ordinary workout into something that genuinely works with your body instead of against it. It sounds almost too simple, but the best solutions usually are. So here's your takeaway. Cycling can absolutely support your height, your posture, and your spinal health, but only when you do it right. Raise the seat. Sit tall. Cycle in the morning. Stretch afterward. Be consistent. That's the formula. It won't cost you anything extra. You don't need a fancy bike or a gym membership. You just need to know what you're doing, and now you do. If this video gave you something useful, please give it a like. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need this information. Share it with someone in your family or a friend who cycles, because most people are still doing it the wrong way. And if you want more videos on how to use everyday habits to look and feel your best, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss one.